Guys, welcome back to the Booth 2K. And we've got a short week this week. We got the Titans coming up. I want to talk a little bit more about that Eagles game on Christmas Eve. That was a lot of fun. Didn't really get to have a video talking much about it, but I wanted to go over a few things. But yeah, short week, man. Big, quick turnaround. It would have been cool if it was on New Year's Eve, right? The Cowboys game. That would have been fun. 2 weekends in a row, big holidays. But of course, that would interfere with my Twilight Zone marathon, and we can't have that. So I guess this works out. Saturday night against Philadelphia, our offense was solid, especially Dak Prescott. Now, outside of these weird trick plays that kill more calls at the worst times, if we can get rid of some of that, and in the right situation, yeah, that's okay to use those every now and then. But when the offense is already cooking, Dak was cooking already when they got that one turnover, and it was near midfield, and they ended up scoring there because of Dak. But they don't need to put him in these bad positions. We don't need second and long, third and long, none of that. T.Y. Hilton, everybody's praising him, and he deserves it. Man, how clutch was that guy? He was incredible. And I feel like he's going to help Michael Gallup a lot. Michael Gallup's going to be able to relax. I think he's pressing some, because, he hears all the chatter. He's supposed to be our number 2. And CeeDee Lamb, I've roasted this guy in the past, but man, he's proven me wrong. He's coming through. He's playing so good right now that I'm almost taking him for granted, where I forget all the good stuff he's doing, because it's starting to become, I'm used to it, and that's a great thing. That's what we want. That's why he was our number 1 draft pick when he came out of Oklahoma. Just a really good, solid game on the offense. They won us that game because our defense struggled. Now, Jerry, man, you've got to do something about this, son. You got to pull the curtain or something. That cost us a touchdown, the pass to Michael Gallup. He would have easily caught that pass. He's got to just own up to it. This guy's so stubborn. He says that it can help us, that the coach has got to figure out. Well, I don't remember a time it has helped us. It seems like it's done the opposite anytime it's been an issue. My daughter, Molly, and my son-in-law, Eagles fan number 1, Reese, was at the game, and she sent me some pictures. And it's just blinding. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. Jerry, come on. You made a mistake. We all got to do it every now and then. You've made much bigger mistakes than that. I think you'd agree with that. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Our special teams, Mahar, excellent. Did not miss a field goal. Our punter, Anger, he put us in great position. He didn't have to work a lot, but when he did, he really made up for some mistakes we made. So props to them. Just a solid season altogether. So the offense, you did good. You did real good against a hell of a defense. Now, the sacks, we took too many sacks. That's to be expected. This line's still coming together, with Steele going out, and we got Smith coming back in. I feel like that's going to get better. I don't have any proof. I don't know why. I just feel like that's going to be better come the playoffs. I really do. And Dak, he was able to rebound. He got sacked 6 times, but he got up every time. He answered the bell. Good for you, Dak. Good job, man. So pretty good job with our offense. Now, I mentioned the defense. Their injuries are showing up. The defensive line is not getting there, and it's not just this game. It's been the last several weeks. But this game, of course, Philadelphia has possibly the best offensive line in football, so it was going to be tough. The hurries, the sacks, that's not really happening anymore. I think it's going to get better. Just like I said with the offensive line, I feel like things are going to come back around. They're going to work themselves out. Because our cornerbacks, these young guys, they're starting to ball out, aren't they? Getting those interceptions, and they seem to gain more confidence every down. And they've got what everybody talks about, the short-term memory. When something bad does happen, they just come back on the next play with a good one. So last season, I'd say our defense is better this season. But last season, our big thing on defense was takeaways, and now we're starting to see those come around. We had several in Jacksonville. What, 3? We had 4 Saturday night. And our offense has got to start turning those into touchdowns. They scored on all of them, but we need 7 points on each of them. There's 6 points. So that's got to get better. But our defense, God willing, some of these guys will come back and they're going to get healthier. And I believe they will. I believe they'll get it back together. Parsons he just looks gassed. He looks tired. We say that every week. He needs some time off. Of course, we've got to play this game against Tennessee. We can't let off. We got to keep the pressure on Philadelphia. So we're going to have to play our starters and hopefully come out with a win there. But Tennessee, they're playing with a lot of injuries too. They got their backup quarterback in, who is a runner and a passer. So it gives Dallas a chance to fix some things again. I don't know if Henry's going to play. Hopefully not. But they've got a strong running game. This game to them means absolutely nothing. They can really rest some of their starting guys. It won't matter to them because the following week against Jacksonville, that's when they have to win to get in the playoffs. So we may catch a break here. I would love to see us just go out there and take a big lead and rest some of these guys. Dak, Elliott, Diggs. We don't need to risk any injuries, especially Parsons. DeMarcus Lawrence, he can always use a break with that foot he's always got problems with. But I'd love to see those guys take a break. Let's try out some of these younger guys. Because the way things are, shaping up, we may need them in the playoffs. And I think they will be ready. They'll be ready to answer that bell. I want to give a props to Philadelphia. They played a hell of a game. That was a damn good game Saturday night. They're a tough team. You got to admit it. Be a realistic Cowboys fan. That was a fun game. It was a good game. They beat us with our backup. We beat them with their backup, but they both beat our defenses, right? I think our defense was better earlier in the season, and they held them down a lot more. They kept their quarterback in check. Dak just went wild. But let's put him in better positions, coaches, from this point on. Let's not depend on him having to do all that. He's capable of it. But any quarterback you put in that situation, you're asking to lose. It's a recipe for disaster. Let's give our guys the best chance to win. Up there in Tennessee Thursday, I can't remember the guy's name. Their head coach, he's just a hell of a head coach. He'll have his guys ready no matter who's playing. That's a very cheap organization. That's what's holding that guy back. He does a lot with what he has. I know you're saying, he's got the best running back in the league, but you need more than that. We all know that. But we just need to get a win, keep the pressure on Philadelphia, make them have to play, make them maybe even think about playing Hurts Sunday when they play the Saints. Let's just keep the momentum going, but let's not risk hurting anybody. We need to win this game, then we'll see what happens Sunday with the Eagles. And if they win, well, all bets are off. We're just going to rest all our guys against Washington because that game's going to do us no good. But hopefully we'll see what happens. We'll talk more Thursday night after the game. But guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Let's go Cowboys. Let's keep that momentum going. It's a great job. Shout out to all those guys. Dak, Micah, everybody. Coach McCarthy. There's another guy I've given a lot of shit to, but good job keeping this team together. We made it to the playoffs 2 seasons in a row. I want to say Chan Gailey was the last coach we had that did that. That was a long damn time ago. All right, guys. We'll talk to y'all soon. Go Cowboys.